welcome back to Guided Visualization. So in today's video, I got a big old mess here. I made a whole bunch of meals and I made some green tea. Green tea has a lot of antioxidants and it's very good for you. It really is. So it's not as abrasive as coffee, and at the same time it does give you a boost, but it also has chemicals that are also soothing. So it has a good balance, and I wanted to recommend it to all targeted individuals and others. And yeah, I just felt like, hey, I'm about to clean up all of this. I've been so busy, especially today. I'm trying to be healthy. And I was thinking about my channel, and I really feel like my channel is a good place to go for reminders of being healthy. And if you are a targeted individual, you are getting plenty of aggravating stimulus from the outside. Luckily, we have a choice. We have a choice of what we consume at times. Sometimes you go out there and they're going to do their street theater and you don't have a choice. For some people, there are some people in America that are not as free as others, and I feel like that is an issue, but I won't get too much into that. You know what I mean? Because is it really free if some people are not as free? Anyway, I won't get into that because I want to focus on positivity as much as I can. Sometimes I will talk about that, but like I said, in a moment like this, when there's no noise campaign going on or anything like that, why not enjoy it? Why not use that time to do good? Do you know what I mean? So, and speaking out on targeting is also good. But yeah, right now it's a quiet moment, and I just want to go ahead and clean up, regroup. And thank you to anyone who watches my videos, especially these videos, because these videos don't get as many views, but they actually have more content in them. Alright, yeah, okay, so first thing I want to do, now that I did that, is get any food in the fridge, any drinks in the fridge. I have a lot of work to do. I feel like I've been quite on top of things, but at the same time, there's a lot still, and sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes it takes a mess to clean a mess. Do you know what I mean? But in my case, it was already clean in here, but I wanted to get ahead of myself. And I made a lot of meals, etc. ahead of time, and then I portion sized them in the freezer. And so that way I'm controlling the fact that I am eating healthily. I have healthy food there, ready to go, and the portion size as well. Very important. For a while there, as you may know, I was cooking, and of course I wanted to, especially when I cook the first meal that I've cooked that way or something, I want it to be authentic. I want it to be delicious, of course. But then, the next time I cook it, it doesn't quite have to be that way. I'm not going to eat it that way every time, because then I will continue to gain weight. So, for example, today I posted kind of like an updated version of my fried rice. Instead of frying it in oil, I and I'll share it again here. So basically, I minced up some garlic and I added onion spices. I don't know if you can hear the noise campaign and etc. But there it is. Like, I'm a targeted individual and I'm just gonna leave this rolling. Other targeted individuals will be able to relate. I also wanted, and I will get back to the fried rice, the updated recipe. But quickly, I wanted to add that I'm also held down. I've also got the knee on my throat as well. And so I feel so good about sharing recipes that are healthy and recipes that are also somewhat cheaper. I know they are because I can't afford a lot. Like I said, I've also got the knee of oppression on my throat, so I feel you. And yeah, I'm not a millionaire, and these recipes are probably going to be cheap as well. I don't even mention that in my videos, but that's another benefit. Like, if you're a targeted individual, I'm one too, and I think you will benefit from my channel. Back to my fried rice recipe. So the first time I made it, of course I do it right, and actually it hasn't been a long time that I've been like, it hasn't been like uh, with fried rice. It hasn't been like, that's not my first time making fried rice. I've made fried rice a lot. Other recipes that I've been making lately, it is the first time I made them, and I wanted to make them right. But fried rice, I just really enjoy it. So I made it like that. Like, I made it the traditional way, the good way, I guess I'll say. I don't want to say the traditional way because I'm not sure that it's exactly, but I know that it tasted really good. All right. So that being said, I feel like, wow, okay, I did that right. Now let's make it healthier and not eat too much of it at once. So smaller portions and healthier, more vegetables, etc. Okay? So, getting onto the recipe itself. Instead of frying the rice, what I do is I mince the garlic, I add onion powder, and whatever spices you want. You could add white pepper if you want it spicier. There's a lot of things you could add. I've even added cilantro, etc. Especially if you're like trying to make it healthier, right? You can add more vegetables, etc. You can check Google for like what is traditionally used, or you can just add what you like. So this is like a custom recipe that you can make in a batch so that you have a lot of it and you can portion size it and then make it healthier. You'll have a whole bunch of it. One tip though, don't make it like not enjoyable. So make it as healthy as you can with still being enjoyable, because if not, it'll sit in the freezer. It has to be as good as you can make it, but still healthy. At least healthier than, frying it. Okay. I'm going to quickly, like, just directly mention the recipe. So I chop mushrooms. So let's start. Okay. So rinse the rice, put the rice in the rice maker, and then add your spices. You can also add minced garlic, white pepper if you want, and whatever else you like. And then, did I say sliced mushrooms? Also, sliced mushrooms can go in there. Peas and carrots can go in there. Okay, so that's what I'll keep it simple, and then you can experiment with it. And then fry the eggs separately, and then, set it to cook. When it's done, add the eggs, and there you go. And that's just one recipe. I'll probably have more recipes for like this, and I don't know, as targeted individuals, like, we're gonna have to do struggle meals, but at the same time, we have to. Well, I'll say I think it would be wise to make them healthy, because when you're under attack so much, like, it is so easy to just want to crunch on some chips or something like that, or make something delicious, and you know what? It does help you to escape, and I do recommend cooking, but I just would say I've learned from experience that it's best to also pay attention to your own health, because these people, and this goes for anyone who's dealing with bullying, adult bullying, harassment, targeted, or even like workplace mobbing, like, like almost anyone in the world goes through some type of stress due to other people. Targeted individuals have it really bad though, because people are collaborating, you know what I mean, to like target them. And so it's so important for me to put these videos out, but really they'll benefit anyone, especially if you have any type of stress. Eating light and healthy makes you feel better. And you actually would be less prone to react, etc. Okay? So, yeah, that's, my talk about eating healthily. And that's what I've been doing, so I kind of have a mess. That was my point. And now I'm cleaning that mess. And of course, like I totally fully understand for anyone who's watching this who doesn't understand, like who has never been targeted. I understand noise pollution, right? There's a lot of noise in the world, and I think noise pollution could be actually handled better. But I'm not really talking about that. Like when you're a targeted individual, like they follow you around in the store, etc. They do hand signals to you, etc. And they let you know that they're targeting you. They're singling you out, and it's wrong. And then after are made aware of that, when you hear other sounds, um, I would recommend letting it go, giving it to God, taking a breather, and trying to be productive. You can cook, you can make videos, etc. Rather than, because you could sit and dwell on that, or you could talk about that, but in my opinion, if you are going to talk about it on video, try to be positive, try to give good alternatives, stay peaceful, etc. Yeah. So sometimes I think to myself, like, I'm a real targeted individual. Like, who knows how many real targeted individuals there are out there making YouTube videos. I've seen some good ones, and I appreciate it, and I'm trying to share my advice and what I've learned. So if you're drinking coffee, switch to green tea. I highly recommend that. Sometimes I have coffee if I need it, like if I'm gonna do meal prep or something. But like in general, green tea is better. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to cleaning. And for people to collaborate like that, I think that should be illegal, but I think it is illegal. Like if people are collaborating to like harass you, I'm pretty sure that's like super illegal. It's evil, wicked, and it's definitely happening. It's terrible, but we have to survive. We have to continue on. And like a targeted individual like has to try 10 times harder, which just seems like is part of the reason they target you, is because they know you're that type of person that gets back up and keeps doing good. So in order to make you look bad and make you angry and agitate you, they got to collaborate, etc. And it's like a backhanded compliment, basically. So I mean, that's the positive way to look at it, is that, you know, hey, I'm a person that keeps getting up and keeps going and keeps trying and keeps on showing that I want to do good in the world and I want to benefit others. And then, like, you try to make a video and they start harassing you, etc. You know what I mean? You try to give advice. You know, you say, I'm going to do a workout in the morning, and you go to do your workout and there's a noise campaign in the morning. And what I do is I forgive it right away. Give it to God. God knows and God sees all of that. You know, I'm literally trying to help. You know, I'm giving advice and I'm trying to practice what I preach here, you know, when I did that. And then what did they do? A noise campaign, etc. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But I still worked out. I still worked out and I ate healthy this morning. I had a boiled egg and toast. And then for lunch, I had a healthy version of fried rice. And yeah, I'm on my way, you know. I'm cleaning up right now. I'm making a video. I made 2 videos. This is my 3rd video. So like, I don't think I'm special or anything, but I'm glad that I'm not letting them drag me through the mud. I'm glad that I'm still trying to help out and everything. I feel good about it. I'm glad that I'm not like turning to unhealthy foods. I'm glad that I'm choosing good foods and I'm sharing that information, because I know you will be as well. If you're a targeted individual and you know, you make healthy choices, trust me, you'll be glad you did. Alright, so it looks like from the camera, it looks like there's like, I feel like I wiped that area and I didn't see. Let's see. I want to wipe it again now that I got rid of all the food and water in the area. Okay, I think it's just a reflection. But yeah, it's okay. As long as I know it's clean. Okay. Save that. So one good activity is cleaning. It is grounding, you know, and it's it can be as comforting as you make it. You know, I really think that I'm going to lose weight and gain muscle doing this, you know, making effort. And I think this channel will help me. I'm not sure, like, if they will allow me to succeed on YouTube, because, like, there's so many people, like, working against me and it's so systemic. But it's totally possible that, like, I still have a right to free speech and they will share my video. It's possible, and I have hope that they will. So, and also, like, I have a good message and it should be shared. So hopefully they will. And I was just thinking that, yeah, like, I know that this would be helpful to people. Who knows if they will share it or not. But so far they have shared my videos. Not always, but, like, I don't expect them to always, you know, become successful. But I feel like my channel is becoming more successful. I'm getting more regular viewers And hello to my regular viewers. I greatly appreciate it. I'm a little bit further into my weight loss journey or my diet. Not where it's noticeable, but I've done a lot of work. And I have started eating healthier. I've incorporated more salads into my diet. I've got a lot of healthier meals prepared. You know, just like before I gained weight, I knew that I was going to. I knew I made a conscious choice to allow myself to make some delicious foods and go ahead and eat them. I deserve it, and I also knew that eventually I would have to slow down on that and go back to my healthy ways. And I'm glad I did. So yeah, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to stick with the YouTube channel. I'm going to continue to make effort. Hopefully there's someone watching these videos and they're looking forward to my videos, because I will continue to make videos, and I think that they're beneficial, and yeah. When I make a video when I'm cleaning or something, the time goes by pretty fast. So I think that means I enjoy it. Okay, let's rinse this. Okay, a quick break to say something real quick that I was thinking about. You know, I think cooking your own food burns calories. And then there's also the fact that if you buy fast food, you never know, it might be more fattening, right? When you cook it yourself, you know what you want to put in there, and if you feel like you should make it healthier, you can do so. And then on top of that, you're also putting in a lot of work because you've got to clean the mess after you cook, and even cooking, the process of cooking probably burns calories as well. So I just feel like it's all around healthier. feel like I got a good amount done, and that's probably enough talking for now. I mentioned probably what I wanted to mention for now, and I'll probably rest, come back in the kitchen and do some more cleaning, and this will make it more conducive to possibly post workout videos or something like that, or stretching videos or something, since I did all that cooking and then all that cleaning. Now I will have my meals ready and I won't need to clean for a while. So it might happen that I make stretching videos, or it might not. I'm not sure yet. But it does make me happy to be productive and like keep posting, when I'm like doing what I wanted to do as far as eating healthily and posting videos. It makes me happy, and like I said before, like if there's someone out there, if there's anyone out there who appreciates reminders to be healthy, and you know what, like targeted individuals, that sounds like the perfect opportunity, because they've got plenty of reminders to aggravate them. They've got plenty of street scenario, right? Noise campaign, or street, what is it called? Street theater. Those type of things. Those kind of are made to distract, aggravate, and ultimately destroy, And it's terrible, and I know it. I know that. I don't know how these people get away with this. It's malicious. You know what I mean? The goal of it is malicious. So, I try not to think about it too much, and I don't want to dwell on it. I just have to forgive them because it sets me free. And I recommend that. So, yeah, this is a good alternative. If someone watches my videos, it's a reminder to uplift yourself, to be your own best friend, to be there for yourself, because at the end of the day, with all the way it is, the best thing you can do is just look at it as an illusion and block it out. Forgive it in the name of Jesus Christ, rebuke it. And then be your best self. Be your best friend. Be there for yourself. Validate yourself. Nurture yourself. All of those things, we have no choice. They create a fake scenario around us, but it's not the whole world. It's just they make it look that way. They make it feel that way, but it's an illusion. You got to block it out. And one of the best things you could do is, hopefully my channel is a good alternative. I try to give good alternatives to focus on. And that's one of the goals of my channel. And I just really hope that there are people out there that are benefiting, because I know I'm benefiting from it, and that's why I share it. And that's my video for today. I hope you like it. Please click like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.